A lot of the things that I've been able to participate in have really not been because someone's tapped me on the shoulder, be like, hey, Ray, like, would you? It's usually been me kind of like putting my foot in the door and being like, hey, have you thought about that? Have you thought about doing something like that? And people will be like, oh, actually, no, that's a good idea. Like, do you want to be involved in some capacity? I'm like, yeah, that's kind of why I brought it up. So here's this idea I had. The podcast was just kind of like a logical stepping stone in regards to the fact that like the technology exists, the format exists, and that once I became enamored with the idea of podcasts, I was like, oh, I gotta do something in relation to this with the music scene, broadly speaking, because there's no representation at that particular point. Like no one was doing that sort of critical, conversation, like anything in relation to punk or hardcore. So I was like, oh, here's a space that I think I can fill. And whether or not this is something long lasting or just fleeting, I don't care. I'm just going to, again, put my foot in the door and be like, oh, I'll just try this out and then see how it goes.